Do you know the story of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, the character created by Walt Disney before Mickey Mouse? On his way to building his empire, Walt Disney faced many setbacks, including the bankruptcy of his first studio, the loss of control of his character, Oswald, and a financial crisis during the tenure of his second studio. The story of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is very interesting and goes like this. In 1927, Walt Disney entered into an agreement with Charles Mintz to produce Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Charles was an independent film producer who had ties with Universal Pictures and can bring content to get distributed through Universal Pictures distribution network. Oswald was created and ended up gaining quick popularity in the silent animated film era. A year later, Walt Disney traveled from California to New York to negotiate a new contract with Charles. When he arrived to New York, he found out that Charles had secretly hired Walt Disney's animators. During the negotiations, Walt Disney lost leverage and ended up losing the rights, ownership, and control over his character, Oswald. This crushed Walt. He lost both his team and his character. On his way back home, instead of admitting defeat, Walt Disney created his character Mickey Mouse. He was inspired by his pet mouse that he had years earlier. This train ride ended up altering the course of animated film history because Mickey Mouse became popular in 1928 and ended up becoming an international icon in the 1930s. What do you learn from this inspiring story? Often, competitors will try to steal your work, and sometimes they will succeed. Are you going to admit defeat, or are you going to fight back until you get to your comeback? The story doesn't end here. 78 years later, in 2006, the Walt Disney Company won back its right over its character, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Oswald has since then occasionally appeared in some of Disney's films, some of Disney's merchandise, and some of Disney's themes, making it part of Disney's iconic line of characters.